This week on The Dish, we meet Jimmy Lee and Yen Vo, the couple behind the critically acclaimed Vietnamese restaurant, Madame Vo. Opening in 2017, the New York City restaurant has become a neighborhood favorite. Well, this month, the couple released their first cookbook. Meg Oliver went to pay them a visit.
I named the restaurant after my wife. Her name is Yen Vo, and I was just like, I wanted the restaurant to symbolize love.
If Madame Vo was the restaurant backdrop in the latest romantic comedy.
When I met her, I was like, wow, this girl is so beautiful.
Then chef Jimmy Lee
I have bar seating. Does that work?
and his wife Yen Vo are the lovable lead characters.
You both share this love of food.
Yes.
Their courtship centered around food and cooking meals from their childhood. Yen grew up in the South, surrounded by Vietnamese culture. Jimmy in New York.
I'm the only child, so I would always be in the kitchen, and my mom would literally make me do the dishes, cut vegetables, clean the seafood. My parents were always hosting on the weekends.
My mom also loved to host. Like 10 people could come and we would be able to feed everyone. My mom just always overcooks.
When Yen moved to New York City to work in fashion, she was desperate for authentic Vietnamese food.
And the first thing I asked him was like, where'd you go for Vietnamese food? And of course, he's like, my house.
Jimmy took her home for mom's cooking.
I mean, it was just comfort. It was just home, and it tasted exactly like my mom's, and it was like everything I was craving.
It was love at first sight for you.
It was.
And was it love at first bite for you?
I guess you could say that, yes.
That first bite was the start of their culinary journey.
When you guys got together, was there always a plan to open a restaurant?
We joked about it the first day we met, like just joke, not knowing that we would be together. We're like, oh, we should just open a Vietnamese restaurant.
In 2017, that joke became reality
My personality on a plate right here.
This is fire.
when they opened Madame Vo in the East Village.
So tell me about the menu. What were you trying to create?
When we created our menu, we're like, we'll just put on everything that we love. That way, if someone comes here and they only try one thing, they will love it too. So they all have a story behind each of them.
Everything on the menu is inspired by their families.
This was your childhood.
Yep, all in one table.
From the pomelo salad topped with shrimp, fish sauce vinaigrette, peanuts, and shallots,
It's a great way to open up your appetite, and also it's light, you know?
Very light, a little tangy. And I love the garlic. And is it peanuts?
Yes, peanuts as well, just to add that extra crunch and different texture to it.
to a savory crepe called bon sio with pork belly, shrimp, bean sprouts, and onions. Soon ca, pineapple spare ribs with black pepper and scallions.
I thought my mom was genius because most Vietnamese households just do spare ribs with their own caramelized fish sauce. But my mom decided to add some pineapple into it.
That was her signature.
Yeah, and it just made it so much more juicy, flavorful, sweet, tangy, and savory all at the same time. And it was just a great dish to eat, accompanied with white rice.
Melt in your mouth, literally.
And Mama Lee's fried rice with Chinese sausage, shrimp, eggs, and scallions.
I mean, fried rice, ultimate comfort food.
My mom and my dad are both really great cooks, and they're really competitive. So my dad has a different fried rice. My mom has her own version. So this is a tomato-based fried rice.
Which one is better?
I can't tell you. I can't. As a kid, it was one of so flavorful, was one of the things I looked forward to eating when I came home from school, and mom always did it right. It's just comforting.
Oh, it's delicious. It is so, so good. There's so much that goes in here.
The self-taught chef admits they didn't know a thing about running a restaurant.
You gotta be careful now.
Okay. Wow, pretty.
In fact, he was still learning how to cook everything on the menu like vo luc lac, Vietnamese shaken beef.
Black pepper, steak, and butter. Come on.
It's magic.
And then you gotta throw it up. So now it's gonna caramelize. So a customer came around and ordered it, and I wasn't ready. And I just whipped it up and I made it. I tasted it, sent it out, and really hoped for the best. I threw a Hail Mary on that one.
This month, the couple released their first cookbook, Madame Vo.
I wanted to really spread the culture and let people know that Vietnamese food is so amazing in its own right, and anyone can do it. I'm a self-taught chef.
I can do it.
Yes, you can do it at any skill level. You can do it.
A belief system his mother taught him early.
When you think about your mom and you think about what she did for you growing up, what comes to mind?
Love. I mean, honestly, Mom gave me everything, you know, and she taught me everything that I know today in the kitchen.
Lessons full of love, just like their restaurant.
I wanted to pay homage to the women in our lives that raised us and raised me to be who I am, from my mom to my grandma to my aunts, because they all cooked really well.
Are you getting emotional?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
really deeply personal to you,
It is
isn't it?
very personal, yes. We wouldn't be where we are today without our family, without our community. And moving forward each and every day, it's just gratitude. And just like, you know, you guys were a big part of that. And it really pushed us to be who we are and where we're going right now.
For CBS Saturday Morning, Meg Oliver, New York.
I love how emotional he got. And you know, Mama Lee, Jimmy's mom's fried rice.
That's up there. We haven't tasted
are
that yet.
tasting. She's here along with
We got tet
Madam
noodles.
Wings, hot and spicy
Yep.
tet noodles with shrimp,
the
the pomelo salad, right? It has
All
peanuts, shallots,
delicious.
prawns. Yeah, everything is good.
Really, really good. And I love, you know, we see so many chefs that are taught and go to the Culinary Institute, let's
Right,
say.
right, right.
When you're self-taught and it's passed down, it's a beautiful thing to see, too. Just as good.
And it makes you feel like, hey,
I can do it.
I can do it too.
That's what Jimmy said.
Today on the dish, Jordi Navarra. He is the chef behind the best restaurant in the Philippines 5 years in a row. The Toyo Eatery has been gaining attention across the world. But it's not just a restaurant. Navarra uses his kitchen to try and impact one of the capital, Manila's, most pressing environmental problems. Remy Inocencio has more.
Vegetables inspired the lyrics to one of the Philippines' most famous children's songs. And cooks and waitstaff at the country's most famous restaurant sing it proud.
It's like a folk song we all learned growing up.
I mean, we have A, B, C, D, and Twinkle Twinkle, but
Yeah,
this is like
and the Filipino version is like singing about vegetables.
It inspires the signature creation of Chef Jordi Navarro, Bahay Kubo, which means home with a garden. Made of 18 Filipino vegetables, including eggplant, wintermelon, tomato, and several kinds of beans, this Bahay Kubo is that song in salad form.
I think it took me about like 2 years
2 years.
to get everything together with a specific idea.
I love it. Garden in a little bowl. Oh, wow. I would eat my vegetables every day.
Toyo's been recognized as Asia's best Philippine restaurant 5 years in a row.
The best restaurant in the Philippines 2024 is Toyo Eatery.
And Asia's most sustainable restaurant. A fine dining experience celebrating the country's tropical bounty of vegetables, sourcing freshly caught seafood, and responsibly reared meats. And innovating on little-known recipes from its more than 7,000 islands. That in Navarro's kitchen can have surprising beginnings.
You can actually grow vegetables for free. Everything you need to start a garden is in your waste, really.
And there is a lot of waste in Manila from an estimated 15 million people. With landfills overflowing, the capital's waste management system has been a generational problem. Something he and his wife Mai felt moved to do something about.
I don't think it has a proper system yet. I'm being nice here. They just take it all and they just dump it in the landfill.
The Navarro's light bulb moment was working in Manila's biggest slum, Tondo, feeding hundreds of children lunch several years ago.
I think I felt frustrated. You prepare food for that moment and then you're like, what about tomorrow? What about the next week?
It's just a Band-Aid for that
Exactly.
meal.
When we were in the van going back, we were like,
There has to be a better way. For us, it's sort of trying to avoid the landfill. And then maybe we use it also as a source of creativity.
That creativity meant reducing the restaurant's waste going to landfills from around 200 pounds a day to less than 20 pounds a day. Then redirecting what's compostable to one of the Philippines' biggest certified organic farms about 3 hours north. Rafi Dacones is CFO, Chief Farming Officer of Terra Oca Farms.
Ever since I was a kid, I love getting my hands dirty planting.
He says organic farming is in its infancy here, but people want to be more aware of their food.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I've never
Yes.
made
It's fun.
fertilizer before.
We get our hands dirty too with his recipe to turn Toyo's waste into compost. With rice husks, cow manure, and molasses. And then it's put to bed.
This is like
Packing in a baby. All right. So see you in 2 weeks.
Then it's spread across the soil, boosting growth for the produce that goes right back to Toyo.
Jordy, this looks delicious and romantic.
For starters, a broth of vegetables, not wasting anything in the kitchen.
How many types of vegetables are in here?
It varies day to day.
Oh.
At any given moment, there's at least 10 to 15.
And sweet potatoes, lightly grilled in local lemongrass oil. For the mains, there's Filipino ceviche called kinilaw. His famous pork barbecue, layered with 3 different cuts of fatty belly, shoulder, and leg.
Together it's called
Sinuglao.
Sinugao.
Sinuglao. Yeah.
Sinugao, okay.
Yeah. And another fun thing to do would be maybe have this piece.
It's like a whirlwind of taste that just happened. Well, I've got the fish on one side and the pork on the other. It's amazing.
And no Filipino meal is complete without rice. This dish, called silog sa palayok, garlic rice fired in a clay pot. And Toyo's customers keep coming, each night a full house for the past 8 years, eating, smiling, and appreciating. But Jordy and Mai say they aren't finished yet.
If you had a motto for Toyo, what is that?
Mata sa langit,
Mata
paa
sa
lupa.
langit, paa sa lupa. Dream high.
Yeah. But let's stay grounded. Let's remember where we are. And let's celebrate the moment.
With the spirit of the land of the Philippines at the root of this award-winning garden. For CBS Saturday Morning, Ramy Inocencio, Manila.
This morning on The Dish, we take you across the pond to meet the acclaimed British chef Luke Farrell, who has made his name cooking authentic Thai food in London. Farrell takes Ramy Inocencio on a culinary journey from the streets of London to the English countryside to celebrate the flavors of Thailand.
The heat is on and on and on in the tight kitchen of Eatery Speedboat Bar. British founder Luke Farrell is head chef, keeping taste true to the country of his passion with spicy Thai curries, tangy fishes, and crackling meats in the heart of London.
Without compromise, without dumbing it down, without changing it one bit.
Farrell's passion for authentic perfection comes from living in Thailand for nearly 2 decades.
I've got an addiction to chili just like any other Thai person.
He also speaks Thai and still spends much of each year in the kingdom.
And then with a fried egg.
Have you had any criticism by some people saying, oh, a guy, Luke Farrell, a foreigner in Thailand, making Thai food?
It's not my Farang food or my idea of Thai food. It's about copying, basically, the food of Thailand. I'm not ashamed to say that.
And imitation is the best form of
flattery. Exactly.
Right?
With the soul of a Thai restaurant in Bangkok's Chinatown, Speedboat Bar whisks its passengers off on a mouth-watering and for some eye-watering adventure.
I'd like to build up people's tolerance to chili too.
And Farrell's quick to credit his team, several from Thailand, to make sure each dish is on point and on fire.
A lot of my Thai chefs will say, hey Luke, that's not quite right. You know, this isn't how we would do it in Thailand. Oh, stop everything, let's start again.
Kona from northern Thailand is one of them.
When you moved here 8 years ago, did you think, oh, goodbye Thailand, goodbye good Thai food?
Yeah.
You thought that?
But when I work in speedboats, I feel like I'm Thai. I feel like I'm home now, like this. Yeah.
Greenhouses and vegetable garden as well.
Home for Luke Farrell when he's in England is here. his family's countryside estate about 100 miles west of London, in butterfly-filled greenhouses where he grows a truly impressive array of Thai produce normally found in the tropics. With Britain's chill, it's probably one of a kind in the country.
So this is makrut lime leaf. It's used in soups, especially like tom yum, and it's got this wonderful citrus.
I can
flavor.
already smell it from here.
Yeah.
I'm getting a head rush.
Yeah. This is cha om. It doesn't smell amazing when it's raw like that. It's one of those things. See what you think.
I'm not sure.
Let's have a sniff.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It smells like sulfur.
Yeah, it's very sulfurous.
I'm sure it's amazing once it's cooked.
And one of the UK's most famous chefs for Thai cuisine gets cooking just for us in his home kitchen.
We're here in your home. It's really like a beautiful fairy tale farm. How did all this come to be in the first place?
My dad is a butterfly expert, and he had greenhouses here already full of tropical butterflies. The greenhouses in Dorset are only 2.5 hours away from London. We can get stuff up on the same day. You've got tropical rain showers that come on midday in the summer. It's like a farm in Thailand, really, and the taste is the same.
You've become your own supply chain.
To start, a 3 crisp salad.
Pork chicharrones.
Right, here.
Yeah, these crispy dried shrimps, and also cashew nuts
and
as well.
Cashews.
In a lime chili bath with coriander and onions.
That is like kind of wake up your palate.
To wake it up to say, all right, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah.
All right.
With taste buds at attention, next we crunch into fried sweet corn fritters.
Goes nicely with some sort of soupy curry and some rice, like nice crispy textures there going on.
That is really hot.
It's hot, right?
I can take spice, but this is pushing my my level of acceptance. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's good.
There's texture too in the crispy chicken skins. You can't eat just one.
Is the most popular thing in the restaurant, and we dress them in this very sort of spicy, sour salt. It makes you sort of go zing when you eat this.
And there's beef tongue curry.
Braised in spices, the tongue is just soft and yielding. It's underappreciated, and it should be considered a delicacy in lots of ways.
For dessert, a not as spicy deep fried pineapple pie with purple taro ice cream.
This is delicious.
It's good, isn't it? It's good.
I'll say that in Thailand, I don't remember quite eating this.
Yeah. Well, that's probably about right, because it'd be a late night thing after a couple of pints, and you stumble into a convenience store and grab one of these.
And with that, our Thai feast in the English countryside comes to a close.
I guess I'm trying to get to the motivation of why you love it so much.
I want to share this food with people. I love when my friends come to Thailand, and I love having meals with my Thai friends too. And I want to do that here.
With everything that you've learned in your career, what's a life lesson you want to share?
It's a Thai phrase, it's like have a cool heart, or chai yen yen. That means it's better to sort of not lose your temper and to remain calm, and like that, everything is harmonious and more things get done.
I think there's the Britishism that says keep calm and carry on too.
Something like that, yeah, that makes sense for me.
You're the mix of both worlds.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hot head, cool heart.
Luke, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
For CBS Saturday Morning, Ramy Inocencio, Dorset.
It's a line I've always wanted to put into a script. And with that, our feast in the English countryside.
You just have to get to the English countryside.
Delicious
looking food. Oh my God.
We all wish for that, Jeff.
Yeah.
We all wish for that.
Well, that's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could handle the spice.
Yes, we could.
I'd like to try it.
I would like to try it.
And I know
Ramey's invited us all.
I know you want that beef tongue
It's
curry
the one
as
thing.
well.
I'm glad there are people that like tongue. It's not my thing, but everything did look really good. If we could put chicken or other beef in there, I'd be great.
What do you think?
Take us along, Jeffrey, on your
I'll
dream
go.
trip.
You want to go to the English countryside?
Let's go.
for
Let's go.
a triple dish?
Yes.
Let's do it. This morning on The Dish, we head west to Los Angeles for a taste of the Philippines with Chef Lord Maynard Liera. His restaurant, Kuya Lord, a moniker fusing a word meaning older brother and his first name, has earned Liera acclaim far grander than his cozy dining room would suggest. Brooks Silva Bragas here with his story and more. Good morning.
Good morning, Michelle. Liera is a veteran of numerous well-regarded LA kitchens, but has now struck out on his own in a big way with counter service and communal seating. We stopped by to find out how his dishes earned Liera one of 2024's highest honors.
Got a rice bowl para me?
From inside this modest LA kitchen, Lord Maynard Liera
Parkawali rice bowl, Lucena bowl.
is trying to turn a collection of little-known dishes into American staples.
I need pork chow mein, no topping, to go.
Their recipes rooted in the Calabarzon region of the Philippines.
The story of my menu is my childhood food favorites.
His childhood makes Liera an unlikely figure to be sweating in this tiny kitchen. While most immigrants come to America to achieve riches, Lord Maynard came to escape them.
Maids, cooks, chauffeur, so like I don't really do anything much than going to school.
Yeah.
Like basically a brat.
Did you like cooking as a kid?
No. Do I like to work as a kid? No. I never done anything. That's the reason why I decided to come to America.
Because you were spoiled.
Because I was spoiled, yeah.
So spoiled little brat.
Yeah.
Decides he wants to come to the U.S. with what vision?
Like, oh man, I'm just gonna be like this forever. Like, how can I teach my kids, my future kids, how to live on their own if me, myself, don't know how to clean my own bedroom?
And so Liera moved to New York with no support from his family, he says, and took a job he'd only seen his maids do.
The first time I used my broom and start sweeping the floor or mopping, I called my mom right away. Like, hey mom, guess what? I'm mopping the floor. So,
and she says
and
what?
She's so proud. She's so proud of me.
Why?
You know? Because she knows that I'm never gonna do that back home.
Yes, Liera had grander ambitions, and after completing culinary school, began cooking at LA staples like Bestia, then working as culinary director for the H. Wood Hospitality Group, opening steakhouses and Italian places. His real dream, though, was to open his own restaurant, serving Filipino food. But for 16 years, he put that off, thinking he needed to learn just a bit more. Then, when the pandemic crushed the restaurant business, Liera finally started selling his own food, modestly, out of his backyard. Almost immediately, though, Instagram noticed, and then the wider world. And I see you have the big LA Times review just right here on the wall. They wrote, "A gripping new expressionist of Filipino cooking, a talent whose time has arrived." Important?
It is very important.
The review helped supercharge interest in Liera's food.
Yeah, I was excited when I showed up.
LA Times critic Bill Addison wrote that review. He asked that we hide his face. Critics like to eat anonymously, so they won't get special treatment from chefs like Liera.
He looks at me every time I come in, maybe like, oh, you've been in before, but I don't think he's made me yet.
He says he has not.
Ah, success. Oh, yeah. Filipino food will incorporate, sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full.
Hazard of the job.
These sour flavors that are appealing, the umami, sometimes some sweetness. It's just the contrast that you get all in one place.
Addison agrees with Liera
Sweet or savory marinade?
that these flavors could become as popular as Japanese or Thai food. And this summer, that effort got a boost when the James Beard Foundation named Liera the best chef in the entire state of California. I don't want to make too much of it, but did it mean anything to you to kind of be representing this whole category of restaurant that normally doesn't get represented?
It took me a month to, process that, but it means a lot. It's good for my restaurant, but also the other Filipino restaurant. We need to push more and show people like, please try our food.
So what will America find if it embraces Liera's vision of Filipino food?
This is the beef tapa.
Okay.
That's the savory beef.
What is the sauce?
The sauce is my house-made spice vinegar.
Okay.
And then this is the Lucena chon.
It's a hybrid of Filipino pork belly and Italian porchetta, one of many ways Liera mixes the unfamiliar with the unmistakable.
I feel like this salad wouldn't be out of place at, any place selling avocado
Yes.
toast in this town.
I do my own versions. I make everything in-house, even my vinegar, you see my chili oil.
Oh, it's such a surprise.
Right? Like my Asian Caesar salad.
What is going on here? I thought it was gonna be totally boring. It's like maybe the best thing.
A fan of shrimp? How about French prawns covered in garlic crab sauce? If you're into kale or spinach, try the braised taro leaves. For dessert, calamansi pie, topped with a coconut whipped cream.
It's my Filipino version of key lime pie.
Okay.
By twisting tastes we already love, Liera's food is winning lots of converts and creating conversions within his own home. Maynard's wife, Gigi, a lawyer by training, has joined the business. Her first ever restaurant work was during the pandemic, when she prepared food in the garage before working shifts for her law firm.
I help him, like we wake up early in the morning, like maybe 5 a.m. or like 6 a.m.
It got to be a lot.
Yes, especially we have like kids, like.
Oh my God. Pandemic was hard enough without running a restaurant out of your house.
Yeah, but they were helping us.
Okay, what were they doing?
They were like building the boxes for the food trays. They're really like expert doing that really fast. And yeah, it's fun for them. They love to help.
In the home and kitchen Lord Maynard Liera now presides over, there are no slackers.
I always tell everyone, if you're gonna do something, do it like perfect. If you're doing good, then you're lazy. It needs to be the best.
You're done being lazy.
Yeah.
You were lazy long enough.
I'm lazy long enough, then yeah.
And the hustle continues. Liera plans to open other Kuya Lords in cities around the country.
I love that it is coming to America in his story, basically.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And you taste it and you think this would do well anywhere.
Yeah.
We got to get out to LA. And
I will be there next week.
So will I.
We'll send you the
Invite me over.
Nice job, Brooke. Thank you.
This morning, our series, The Dish, heads to Houston, one of America's fastest growing food cities. Our Jamie Wax met a Houston native, Gayle King, whose dishes aren't just a feast for the eyes. The young chef shares how his own background inspired him to use flavors from the Philippines in his dishes at a Japanese restaurant, Money Cat. And that opened the door to a world of culinary possibilities.
Chaos, please.
At Money Cat Restaurant in Houston, Texas, chaos isn't on the menu.
Part of the old generation of yelling and throwing pans, it's just not really sustainable for the industry today. In order for people to enjoy coming to work, you have to show them compassion before you come to cook.
Do you think there's too little of that attitude in the restaurant industry?
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you.
It's a unique perspective coming from a head chef and might stem from Gayle King being younger than many cooks in similar roles. Much younger.
I have sat across from many chefs de cuisine who work in great food cities. I have never sat across from one who is 22 years old. Was there a point at which your family would come and see what you were creating and say, wow?
I would have to cook dinner like maybe once or twice a week. I have siblings, so we would all take turns kind of cooking. And it kind of just leaned into a sort of competition between me and my siblings. We could cook the best, and I think I won.
What was it about him that made you take a gamble on a 22-year-old chef?
It was easy. I honestly really don't look at his age.
When Money Cat owner Sherman Young chose Dingayan to lead his kitchen, he was looking for more than just a skilled chef.
It was a no-brainer for me. I mean, not only his culinary background is good, for me, he was a good person. That's all I can really care for.
We're in the heart of Houston. You got a restaurateur owner of Chinese descent. You're of Filipino descent. And we're eating Japanese-influenced food. Could you ever have imagined this would work so well?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it does.
They want a story, I'ma tell them that. The dishes are as much of a melting pot as Houston itself. His take on bagel and lox? Try some squid milk bread on for size, with a little burnt honey cream cheese, and otoro, or fatty tuna. Then,
ranch made from seaweed.
Seaweed ranch.
Seaweed ranch, yeah.
Only a brilliant 22-year-old would come up with that.
A lot of nights in the industry, you're hungry after work, you don't want to eat, and what's open? Wingstop.
Nostalgia is a driving force for Dingayan.
No, you don't cut it.
But in this kitchen, his memories are primarily of being a sous chef.
I don't know, the okra seems hard still.
To his mom, Janice.
I just love this kid. Yes, I'm so happy.
I'm her favorite.
Don't say, no, actually all of them are mine.
Dingayan grew up cooking Filipino dishes like this pork and vegetable-filled soup called sinigang. After high school, he skipped college and went straight to culinary school, which didn't go over too well at first.
Don't get her started.
You know, it's Asian culture and everybody wants their kid to go to college. So when he told me about, oh, I want to be, you know, going to culinary school, I was kind of taken aback. But, you know, I'm here to support.
I learned both pastry and savory kitchen. French training. French techniques are great. I love French food, but I'm Asian. You know, I just have to stick to what I know.
What he knows is pretty impressive.
Matcha cheesecake.
From his award-winning bonsai tree.
With 5-stars blondie, smoked marshmallow ice cream, charcoal vanilla sponge, and then a chocolate tempered tree with fresh flowers.
Brilliant idea.
To kakagori, shaved ice topped with the sweet corn he grew up eating.
That is fantastic. It tastes the honey, the sweetness of the corn. It doesn't seem oversweetened.
The best compliment, you know, an older Asian person can say about dessert is that it's not too sweet.
What would you tell yourself 5 years ago about the journey you're about to take and getting here?
It's a lot of hard work. You have to push yourself. You can't just like to cook. You have to love to cook. And to be serious in this industry if you want to make any change.
So if you like something as much, go do it, because this is going to break your heart.
You have to take time away from work. I do pottery. Finding balance is really important at any job, that you have a life outside of work, for sure.
I wish I was that wise at 22.
Thank you.
For CBS Mornings, Jamie Wax, Houston, Texas.
There we go, Money Cat in Houston. Yeah. Got to try it out.
I'm still thinking about burnt honey cream cheese. I would eat that on anything. That sounds so good.
I like that. Over here, sound like you was in church. You was like, all right, go ahead now.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I liked you.
This morning for our series, The Dish, one of my favorites, we are visiting an award-winning Thai restaurant attracting diners all across New England. The restaurant is called Sap, and you can find it in the village of Randolph, Vermont. It is run by Chef Ni-Sashawn Ruing Morgan and her husband, Chef Steve Morgan. She recently won the title of Best Chef in the Northeast from the prestigious James Beard Foundation. Jan Crawford went to Vermont to find out what makes Sap so special.
In this small town in central Vermont, on top of a hill in an historic Victorian home, is a revelation. Here, in this tiny kitchen, with this well-worn stove, critically acclaimed chef Ni-Sashawn Ruing Morgan is creating some of the best Thai food in America.
Fish sauce?
Her kitchen staff totals one, husband and co-chef Steve Morgan.
When you come into this restaurant, you're cooking and you're the line cook.
Yeah, we cook together.
You're the boss in the kitchen.
Every ingredient Ruing selects for its authenticity. Every dish she makes to order, skills she learned cooking in restaurants in Bangkok. She and Morgan met online more than a decade ago, connecting over their shared love of food. To be together, Ruing moved a world away.
It must have been hard at first to settle here.
I like, but I don't like cold, you know.
You like Vermont, but not the cold.
Yeah, I don't like cold, but I like here. I like, you know.
You've built a life here.
Yeah.
Blending their families, cooking the foods Ruing loved was also her connection to home, and then inspiration.
I was like, honey, you should open your own restaurant. I think we would do well, and if you cook food from home, people will travel here for it.
So how did you feel about having a restaurant?
I'm happy, you know. I don't have to thinking about I work for somebody, you know.
You work for yourself now, not for somebody else.
Did not too soft.
The distinctive flavors and dishes are inspired by food Ruing made and ate growing up in the Isan region in northern Thailand. It was there, during a visit, the couple came up with the restaurant's name.
We were sitting up in her mom's house, probably 13 of us sitting around a table eating, and everybody was saying, Sap, Sap Lai.
Sap, sap. When we eat food together with family, all this sap, all this sap.
And what does it mean?
Mean อร่อย
Alloy in Thai.
Yeah, อร่อย Thai.
Delicious.
Yeah, that's delicious.
So sap in Isan means delicious. And that's the name of this restaurant.
Yeah.
But it also means something in Vermont, you know, because there's syrup, sap everywhere.
Right. Making maple syrup from sap. And so it made sense.
There's no maple syrup at Sap. All the dishes, the stir-fries, seafood, salads, and soups are authentic to Rung's region of Thailand, with a few additions, because Rung insisted that's what Americans would want.
I never cook pad see ew, pad Thai.
So some of the things that we think of here in America as being Thai food is not at all the kind of food that you grew up with. No pad Thai.
No.
We fought a little bit at the beginning.
You fought at the beginning?
Because I was like, we're not going to have pad Thai on the menu.
Oh, you wanted it to be more authentic.
Yeah.
So you're like, no pad Thai, none of these Americanized dishes. Right. But you said, we want dishes Americans want to eat.
I think because I think American people love pad Thai.
I want this to be my last meal when I die.
Bruce Johnson told us he's eaten at Sap more than 100 times, driving almost an hour each way.
How's it different than a Thai restaurant?
It's not only home-style cooking, but she cooks with what she has.
Rung's talents now have taken her places she never could have imagined.
Tell me when you got nominated for the James Beard Award. Did you ever think you would win?
James Beard, I don't know, you know. I don't know how big, how that. Now
so you didn't realize it?
Yeah, I don't know, but my husband said, oh, big.
Nisha Chon Morgan.
Oh, James Beard won.
You won.
My husband cried.
You cried?
Yeah.
She is the first person in Vermont to win Best Chef in the Northeast. The award validated her belief, if you cook what you love, people will come.
You've totally improved on everything. You think it's familiar and then you taste and you're like, I've never tasted anything like that before.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's delicious. It's sap.
Yeah. It's sap. Yeah, it's sap.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Jan Crawford in Randolph, Vermont.
Not where you'd expect to find it, but sap means delicious, and that food certainly looks delicious. Best new chef in the Northeast. Big honor. You're watching CBS Mornings. We'll be right back.
This morning on The Dish, The Quarry and Chef Lulu Ranta in Monson, Maine. Ranta was born in the Philippines and worked as a maid with big dreams. One was to open her own restaurant. Today, she's built a unique destination. The food at The Quarry is fantastic, don't get us wrong. But as we quickly learned, many are also drawn simply by the chance to be around the one and only Chef Lulu. At The Quarry, we were expecting great food.
Oh my God!
We also got the best hello of the year.
Hello there! Come on in my kitchen! Oh my God! Mr. Glore, my kitchen!
Do I get to eat this?
Yes! Oh my God, can I hug you? Oh my goodness!
Head sufficiently swollen. I don't know that I've been greeted so enthusiastically before.
Oh, because it's my favorite.
We were more than primed for the complete Lulu Ranta experience. You call it fun dining.
Yes.
Not fine dining.
Not anymore. In the beginning, we call it fine dining, but then I think people got scared because it's in Monson, Maine. Why would we have fine dining?
Ranta was born in the Philippines, where she worked as a maid with two dreams: to one day open her own restaurant and to own the famous car from Knight Rider.
It's so big in the Philippines. And so on Sundays, every time come on, we all watch it. So I always say, someday I'm going to have a car like that.
Hasselhoff is huge in the Philippines.
Big time, yes.
Who didn't love Knight Rider and Baywatch, right? I mean...
Especially Kit.
Michael, this is becoming tedious. You do have a way with words, pal.
Ranta met and married an American service member and came to the U.S. They would divorce, and she would remarry, landing in Monson, Maine. She knew her stuff. but wasn't exactly getting what she wanted.
I gotta try.
A chance to run her own kitchen.
Wow. I think maybe they just don't believe in me, or also I'm not from here. Because even if I want to work at a fine dining restaurant, even though I live here, they still won't put me as an executive chef because they would bring, chef from other states.
So that made you had to work even harder.
Yes.
That brought her to the Quarry, named for the area's once prosperous slate mining operation that closed in 1943. Monson had struggled since then, but in 2018 became the lucky recipient of millions of dollars from the nonprofit Libra Foundation, which has helped transform the town, located in a Rockwellian but remote area of Maine, into an artist colony. Ranta cooks meals for hungry painters, photographers, and writers.
Thank you, Chef.
Along with dinner for tourists and others. You don't turn tables over.
No.
When people eat. Why?
Well, because I want to see my customers, and I've been to a restaurant before that I wanted to enjoy, but they're always hurrying you up. So I promised myself, if I own a restaurant, they can have the table until we close. You ready? We're the magic.
Before we could dig into the meal, there was one thing left to do in the kitchen. Turn sugar into glass.
Oh, look.
Yeah, it's melting.
It's melting.
Is that good?
It is good.
Okay.
It's bubbling.
Just one of the many special touches Ranta brings to her creations.
So all you do is drizzle it around.
All over.
Yeah, all over it. There we go. We put them in there.
Okay.
Now you can find your glass, sugar glass in there.
Oh, wow.
See? Isn't that cool?
So cool. Now this will stay together.
Yep.
That's so cool. The finished product will have to wait for dessert. In the meantime, Ranta laid out one of the more colorful spreads in recent dish history. To start, a salad with yellow watermelon, feta cheese, maple mustard vinaigrette, and her signature gelatin strawberry diamonds. Wow.
Yeah, it is strawberry diamond.
That's fantastic. I've never had strawberry diamonds before.
Yeah, only in the Quarry in Monson.
Wow. Up next, a tuna tartare with lime and soy dressing.
It's tart.
But good.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, totally.
Yes.
I don't want to say it's candy, but the tart is
Yes.
just almost like a candy, but it's not.
It's not like crazy tart.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's balanced.
It's just a little punch.
Yes.
A little kick. Not a kick.
He knows food.
No, I don't. There was grilled lamb with candied pineapple and spiced plums. Delicious. This is your take on duck, or lamb,
yes.
excuse me.
Because usually they have. Oh, I'm making him smile.
It's good. I have never had
Pineapple and
all
duck.
these first. I've never had lamb like an Asian style like this.
Because usually they do like rosemary, a lot of rose, or mint jelly or whatever.
It's best of both worlds.
Yes.
You're 3 for 3.
3 for 3. Oh, we're on a roll.
Ranta's take on duck l'orange has pickled jicama and candied orange. There's halibut, seared and served with creamy saffron risotto, lemon thyme, and purple and green cauliflower. Look at these.
Yes.
I mean, you talk about color.
I love color.
And to round out the table, beef, rare, with sweet potato and a bourbon glaze. I'm cutting through it like butter.
Yes,
right now.
with
like
your
butter. With a butter
yes.
knife. That bourbon glaze is awesome.
Oh, see.
For dessert, a chocolate torte with vanilla cream on top, and our sugar glass with a pipette filled with sake and plum extract.
You squared it. That was fun.
With her success rolling, Ranta is in the process of buying the quarry from the Libra Foundation. As for the car, it's not Kit, but she did get a 1995 Pontiac Firebird, which she since passed on to her son.
When you look back on that young lady in the Philippines, did you ever imagine she'd be here today?
No, I still pinch myself.
You should buy a kit today.
We don't need Kit anymore. We have Alexa.
Ask Alexa where to eat in Munson, and we found one great answer.
You are a bundle of energy.
I know. Well, thank you.
The joy that you bring to this is obvious.
I love to cook. I love to feed people.
That's obvious.
We say this all the time.
Yeah.
Road trip.
Yes.
Chef, you got to take us.
She's fantastic. Maybe Lulu can join us at the table.
I think she would have given me and Dana
I
a
think
big
she would
warm hug,
definitely
too.
She'd like us, you'd be done.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Did you try with her to ask Alexa where to eat? I'd be curious.
So here's what happened. As I was tracking, every time I tracked this piece,
Yeah.
when I sent tracks from home, Alexa would go off and hopefully Alexa's not going off
in your house
right now. Because Alexa, I would say, Alexa, now I'm really messing people up at home. I'm sorry. But it would start to mess up. So then I had to I don't know, either unplug Alexa or do
Say it in a
whatever
different
else. I'm going
way.
to stop saying it. Why do I keep
Yeah.
saying Alexa?
The food just looked so delicious.
It did. I mean, was it halibut or the fish was just.
She takes I would describe the overall restaurant as like new American, but it's these little flourishes she puts on it that come from the Philippines or her childhood or other places that you just wouldn't think of. So you're eating stuff that is both familiar and different.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and she kicks it up to the nth degree in a way that just I love that you wouldn't expect it in a place like Munson, Maine, and you may not expect it from, the way the restaurant looks from the outside.
Yeah.
But it is fine dining.
It's
casual.
It's very much fine dining, and she makes breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
So fundamentally, what it is her love
Yes.
of making food and making people happy.
Stay as long as you want.
Love it.